When you invest in the Australian property market, you shouldn't focus too much on rental yield. Here's why. First of all, with the same budget and in the same area, a higher rental income usually means your property is newer, which in turn means the proportion of land value is lower. And you need to understand that in Australia, land is scarce and always appreciates in value, while houses depreciate over time. So the newer the house, the greater the depreciation, the less land you own, and the worse the capital growth. In the end, you end up getting the sesame seed of rental income, but lose out on the watermelon of capital growth. Those who buy apartments or house and land packages are the fools who fall into this trap. Secondly, rental yield will increase over time. Suppose you buy a house for $800,000 today, with a $600,000 loan at a 5.5% principal and interest rate. Your monthly repayment would be $3,407. If the rental yield is only a meager 4%, the monthly rent would be $2,667, leaving a shortfall of $740 per month. But you need to understand, in an area with limited housing supply, don't go for those big development zones or house and land packages. The rent, under normal circumstances, steadily increases by 5% each year, while your repayments are continuously decreasing. Most likely, after 5 to 6 years, the cash flow from this property will have broken even. Don't forget, the money you're losing each year can also be offset by negative gearing to help you out. So, if you give up on capital growth just for that momentary rental yield when you buy, you're being extremely short-sighted. Thirdly, rental yield can actually be artificially increased. For example, when we help clients do granny flats or set up rooming houses for subletting, we can instantly boost the rental yield without sacrificing the proportion of land value or the overall capital growth of the property. This is a strategy that has been proven to work countless times over the past half-century in Western circles. But if you buy in small towns just for high rental yields, chase the market, buy new builds, house and land packages or apartments the moment you make that purchase, you've already determined that its capital growth will be poor, and in the future, there's no way to artificially make up for it. Fourthly, let's talk about taxes. Rental income might look attractive, giving you instant gratification as you pocket it each year, but remember that rental income is subject to personal income tax every year, with no tax advantages at all. In contrast, capital gains are only taxed in the year you sell, and only half of the profit is subject to personal income tax, so the overall tax rate is much lower. Not to mention the time value of money. Would you rather pay tax every year or pay it all at once at the end? Which is better? And taking it a step further, after you've made a profit, you can refinance and cash out, which is almost tax-free. I'm not saying interest-free, but tax-free, allowing you to lock in your gains early. Fifth point, some people still tell me, I just want to buy an apartment for rental income. I don't care about appreciation. I just want passive income to support my lifestyle. Alright, what should you buy? Consider high-dividend ETFs, high-yield bonds, or large CDs in Hong Kong. Why obsessed with property? Too much work for low payoff.